Hi, I thought I'd do a quick update on my Revell F105 Weasel. Sorry, I've been somewhat lax in uploading videos. It's been a bit manic on the return to work after Christmas, so I've had very little time. As you can see, we're kind of on the Decaling stage. The kit itself went together really well. You know, all the seam lines cleaned up really well. There wasn't a lot of filling, I think I mentioned already. And I'm generally happy with the paintwork, particularly kind of I think I've done quite a good job with the sort of pre-shading and post-shading and a bit of bleaching. You might be able to see it on here. Let's bring you in a little bit closer. I really kind of played around a bit with this one. I mean, it was a fairly cheap kit, so I wasn't too concerned if it was a complete disaster, but it's, you know, I'm fairly happy with it. What I did is I actually used some Maskol, the old Airfix Maskol, to basically mask the different colours, being a three-tone camouflage. I probably could have done with lightening this green a little bit more so it's a bit different from the other green. I actually used Tamiya colours. I can't remember what they were off the top of my head now, but I'll try and do another update video and give you a bit more detail towards the end, you know, when I come to the completion stage. It didn't work quite as well. You see the edges are a bit jagged. I think part of that problem was I've never used the Maskol technique before. So basically what I did is I painted the lightest colour first. I masked it off with Maskol. No, tell you a lie. I then actually found that the Maskol changed its colour quite significantly. I did a bit of a test on it. So I actually gave it a clear coat with Johnson's Clear. I then masked it off, then did the second green colour, this sort of end one, then again the same with that one, colour it clear, then masked it off with Maskol, and then did the third colour. And then once it was all stripped, all the Maskol was removed, I then gave everything another good coat of clear, ready for Decaling. Now, I think part of the problem was that A, it's something I've not done before, and B, it was a really old tub of Maskol. For those of you that may remember a company called Beatty's, toy company, I think they went down maybe 20 odd years ago. So this Maskol was probably 20-25 years old, and it was probably a bit thick and gloopy, so it didn't work quite as well as I hoped. That has now been chucked in the bin, and I've bought some of the newer, which I believe is really good stuff. Some of the Microscale Industries Micro Mask, which I think is this liquid masking medium. Nice thing about this is it's water based, so it's much easier to clean up your brushes. The trouble with the Maskol is it just clogs up the brush, and in the end you just have to chuck the thing away. It doesn't seem to matter what you try and clean it with. I tried white spirit, I tried nail polish remover, I tried everything basically, and it just clogs up and it has to go in the bin. So I think we will try this technique again with some of this and see how we get on. But generally it's a nice little kit for the money. The decals though, going to be a bit challenging, I think. They're not bad, you know, the teeth's gone down well, and most of these have conformed okay with a lot of, I've been using the, again, Microscale, Microsol, Microset, oh, sorry, not in camera shot there. A lot of Microsol needed to really get these to go down, and I had a horrible trouble with these ones here. You can probably see this like whitening with the carrier film. Not quite sure what I'm going to do to try and get rid of that whiteness in there. I mean, some of the carrier film I've actually carefully removed to try and get rid of it. It's not quite so bad on this side, but they are quite prone. They're nice decals, don't get me wrong. You know, Revell decals are generally pretty good. You know, the colours are good, they're sharp, they're crisp, they're in register, but they do tend to silver. And you know, I've put quite a lot of gloss. This is quite a glossy finish. I put a good two, maybe 3 coats of clear on at the end, but it still seems to be suffering a bit from silvering. So there we go, never mind, can't be helped, we'll do our best with these. I've started to, I haven't got them, where did I put them? I have started to paint the pilots. They're over there. I'm going to put the pilots in them. This one, the pilots are nice, they're actually really nice you know, they're well moulded, they're good quality pilots. And let's say these kits, it's quite nice to have pilots. You know, now modern 1/48 scale kits, it's quite rare to get pilot figures. So generally, if I'm building one of these older kits, I like to use them. And I have started to put together some of the bombs and the other parts. I think they're in this box here. These actually need to be painted and put on the side. That's my next project, part of the project. And yeah, I've started to put together the fuel tanks. Again, the fit's quite good. They are going to need a little bit of sanding down, but no filler really needed, I don't think, on there. We do need to get the gears all. I've just got to start painting this really. Really, I'm battling through the decals at the moment. There's actually quite surprisingly a lot of decals on this sheet. I think it's somewhere in the region over 200 decals, 240. I won't need all of them obviously because there's at least 2 or 3 different versions here. But there is quite a lot of stencil work to do. As with more, I'd like to say more modern aircraft, but certainly with most jets there seems to be a lot of decals, especially in this sort of scale. So I'm going to be slowly working my way through the decals stage, and then I'll probably come back to you once that's done and we've given it a clear gloss. Then we'll be doing probably a floory dark dirt wash, and see how that loops. We may do a bit more weathering. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it looks after the dark dirt. Obviously, being raised panelised predominantly, not quite sure how that's going to work, but we shall see. I do need to paint these wheel wells. I think they're chromate green in here and in here, which I'll do next as well. And then we'll probably start getting the landing gear on, and then the ordnance. And I need to finish the seats and the pilots to go into the cockpit. Cool. Well, okay, till next time, I'll give you a bit more of an update. Thanks for watching.